Okay, hello guys, all fellow airsofters and people who adore this type of games and outdoor activities. Today will be very unusual review because this thing is not for sale anywhere in the North America or Europe or UK. It's a project developed by a Russian company, and as far as I know, it's sold exclusively in Russia, up to date, up to the beginning of 2013. Actually, yesterday I have seen a video from the SHOT Show in Las Vegas, and iCS company, they are trying to, I think, implement this product with their name, but this product actually was developed in Russia by a Russian company which is called TAGedition. It was designed, I think, in 2009 and was launched maybe in the beginning of 2010 and certified and all this stuff. So here it is. This is, as you can see, the box with which is Tactical Game Innovations iCS GLM TAGedition. GLM stands for, it's kinda, it's a multiple shots grenade launcher, but they didn't want to bother about how it should be called exactly. I think the military name is Mark 14 or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a military geek. So here it is. You can easily find a lot of reviews on this thing on YouTube, but what is really different about this gun or airsoft gun is that this is actually a custom work. It's done by Tag Innovations themselves in a cooperation with one Russian airsoft retailer, which is called elsoldata.ru, and they have changed several things in a basic iCS GLM. First of all, they have removed the barrel itself, because the original one, it has barrels sticking out, I think about 2 inches it sticks out, and this one has no barrel at all. And they have redesigned this part here, which is, I don't know how it's called, it's something like stock adjustment, I don't know, stock, something what keeps the stock in place. So they made both these parts from CNC aluminum, and now the front handguard, it's all made from CNC aluminum, because in the basic iCS it's plastic, and actually the basic gun is almost fully plastic, and it looks really very cheap and not actually designed for real skirmishing. But this one, it's a bit heavier. It's not really very heavy, but just a little bit, and the weight is somewhere in the front. So the one point I would like to kind of, which was I surprised about, that they have left the screws, not original screws, they're silver on a black body, and it looks a bit weird. And I'd like them, to paint them or to anodize them, because it's really strange to have this silver screw heads on the front guard. So basically there is no difference between the gun of custom gun and the basic iCS gun, which you can buy almost in any retailer, and they are quite cheap. I think about $200 or something like that. This one costs $400 in Russia, and why it's more expensive than the basic one, and what it's designed for, is to shoot grenades, to shoot real grenades. And they work. Surprisingly, I think all of us dreamed about having something like a grenade launcher which doesn't shoot shower BB grenades which you can fire to, I don't know, 10 or 15 meters maybe maximum. Of course with the shower of BBs, but anyway, it was not really usable and it was not authentic to what is grenade launcher stands for on the field. But they have designed very interesting product which actually looks like that. This is one piece of their product. It comes in a carton box and it's called TAG launch device for GLM, and there are 4 different types of them. They have one for GP30 for Russian under barrel grenade launcher, how it's called, for M303 short version. They have a version for Mad Bull Airsoft XM303 long and XM320. They have this one for iCS GLM, and they have for Evo SS M79. So basically inside of this box you have this. This is a shell. It's made from plastic in the front side and from aluminum from the back side, and it's designed specially for firing the real flying airsoft grenades. And if you can see inside, I'm not sure that you can see because I don't have a normal zoom in my camera, so maybe you will see that, but there is a rifling inside of this tube, of this shell, so it can spin the grenade and it will be quite stable when it's flying forward to your enemy. Yeah, they have several different types of them. They are more or less similar with certain adjustments to a specific model of your grenade launcher. Yeah, the main issue with this for me, as I live in Russia and I don't have all these legal issues you're all concerned about in the North America or UK or Europe, I don't know. I guess it's quite easy to certify something in Russia, especially for these war games, which are not really very popular and nobody really cares until something will, something happens. The great thing about the GLM from iCS is that it's a 6-shot grenade launcher. And if you have 6 shells, it will be, it's a complete salvo. You can shoot 6 in a row and it will be tremendous funny event. But they're quite pricey. One shell costs about $130, I think. And it's okay when you use it with just one just with a grenade launcher like M304 or 203, excuse me. From some occasions you decided to shoot a grenade into a building or window or something on the field. But when you have this multiple shot grenade launcher, you have to have a lot of them. Yeah, and that's an issue because to buy the grenade launcher itself and 6 shells for it, it was about $1,200, I think. Yeah, it's $200. So that's really expensive, and I was interested in this project just to have it because in Russia we do not have a lot of or ordinary skirmishing games. We usually play scenario large field games, so you walk around for the whole day. Sometimes you cannot even shoot to somebody just because you're walking all day and executing some tasks and targets you need to do on the field. Okay, anyway, what I have here, this is another one. And another one. So 3 of them are here. And this how the package with grenades look like. I will take the new one because it will be more interesting, I think. Yeah, they say that this is a package. It has only 8 grenades inside. Yeah, GLM said there. So you open it and you have this. You have an instruction manual to how to use it and not to shoot, the people who are standing 3 meters from you. You have one shell here. This package is really good if you have a normal grenade launcher and you don't really need a lot of shells to shoot. So you get one grenade launcher and you get 8 grenades inside. This package, I think it costs about 4,000 rubles. It's like, no, it's more expensive. It's I think it's about 150 or 60, maybe $70. So yeah, it's also expensive. And by the way, when you're buying all this stuff, of course you need to buy these grenades, the projectiles, and they are also quite expensive because the package of 10 of these rounds costs about $69, $70, about $65. So each of your shot is like $6 plus gas, and it's really expensive because when you have all this power in your grenade launcher and you're ready to shoot somebody, especially it's useful in ambush situations when you have a whole squad of enemy and you start shooting at them, and when you see where the first grenade explodes, you can throw them with the grenades, and yeah, this is really useful. But one salvo, as I said, it's about $40, so you should be prepared. It's not a cheap game anymore. It's not like shooting AEG when you don't spend almost anything for doing that. Okay, how it looks like. This is a grenade. This one is called GP1, I think. Yeah, and there are 2 types of them. First one is with a yellow cap, which is a fragmentation grenade. And another one is designed for paintball mainly. It has something like a powder inside. It has orange tip, and it just paints you, with this marking stuff. Yeah, this one is for airsoft only, and it contains approximately 50 BBs, 0.2 gram normal BBs. Yeah. Several words about the grenades themselves. They are made from how this material is called. It's not polyethylene, but polyurethane. Yeah, polyurethane foam. It's the same thing like the montage foam. If you made a montage works in your apartment or home, you have seen that foam. So it's quite light. It's very, very light. The weight of the grenade is 32 grams, which is not light, of course, for a for a airsoft projectile, but it's very light for the fragmentation grenade, I think. And the specific mass, I think it's called. It's kind of a mass on a square to triple millimeter is about the same like 0.12 gram BBs. So it's very, very light, taking into account the size of the grenade itself. It's how to say, it's equally unstable in flight as a 0.12 gram BB. So you should understand that if they will make it heavier, it will be really dangerous for the people who are shot by them. Because, you know, 0.12s, they are made for kids, I think, and they are sold in Walmart, and I think no retailer really sells them in real life. No. Okay. Inside they have a pyrotechnic device which explodes the grenade. The delay time is not less than 2 seconds, but usually it's about, I would say, about 4 seconds, maybe a little bit less. Like, I don't know, I didn't, you know, time that. But usually it's just enough the grenade to fly about 70 meters and to explode on the level on the ground or somewhere on the level of 2 meters, you know, of the height of the person. So they are really very efficient, and yet I had no failures with them. All exploded. I have heard some rumors about an explosion caused by firing into the walls, but I have no experience, so I cannot cannot judge about that. But yeah, so the grenades I've shown you. So how it works? You have your shell, and you have a powering body, which can be the normal green gas. It can be a very powerful green gas, and it can be CO2 cartridge. Of course, for the guys who are living in the US, it will be interesting if you can use propane. Yeah, of course, if you are using, if I can use a CO2 cartridge, the propane will be okay with that. So, what you do with that? For CO2 cartridge, of course, you need an adapter, which is made by Mad Bull, you know, to adjust the PSI, because you cannot use the CO2 from a big tank, because the pressure of 800 PSI, I think it's too much for this shell. Yeah. So this type of CO2 cartridges with a Mad Bull adapter, which, you know, allows you to adjust the pressure, will be fine. Yeah. To load the shell, what you need to do, it's actually two-step process, and not usual process, because usually you just need to load the BBs inside the shower shell grenade, or how it's called, the normal, like a Mad Bull XM204, or how they are called. Yeah, this is a little bit different. I will make a pause and then continue, because I am running out of time.